Oh, wait a second. Wait, when it's almost there, but it's not quite. Okay. It's taking a little bit of time here. Okay. Now it's streaming. Can you see that?
Yes, I can.
Okay, so now okay, so do we know what we're doing? So I need to be in this account. I'm not going to leave this account. Okay, I just did it.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm going to stay with this account. Okay, let me just get rid
Okay.
of
And
that.
I'm good because I have our meeting set up here so I can stream the meeting.
So you're in room 2 now, right?
Yes.
So we're
And
going to
I
stay
just,
in room 2.
yes. And I just texted Heather to publish room 2.
Okay, as long as we finish by 2. And if we're a little bit late, that's fine. I'm sure it's not going to. Okay, great. And I'll be ready to stream and host the second one. So let's see.
Yes.
So Christine is going to come in. But how are you going to hear Christine?
Well,
you're going to be streaming from this room too.
Yeah, Christine can't speak in the meeting because she's not in the meeting. She can only.
No, but you're going to screen share both ways. Do you want to? That's kind of complicated.
If it works.
Okay, good. I'm so happy you guys are up for, like, I remember, call IS, like, as, no, you got to go buy the book and you have to. I am so happy with you two. You and Heather are amazing. Do I know Heather from before? Like, was she around?
I think she was elected in Baltimore. So
she was too. Oh, wait a minute. Of course she was. Right. Now I see it. I'm very visual. I see it. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. I got it.
Okay. Well, I'm going to leave this room open.
Okay, great. So you're going to leave
you're
it
the
open?
host. So you have to leave it open and you're going to stream from here.
Right. Okay. So we're all set.
Okay. I'm glad you feel that way.
Don't you? It's going to be fine.
Yay. I'm going to check our chat because our chat is.
Okay. So I'm going to go have something to eat.
Okay. All right. See you back in like 20 minutes.
Yep. Bye.
Bye. Oh, Jane's not in.
Hi, Jennifer, did you say anything? Because I stepped out. I don't know, for some reason it's got my name in there, and
Yes.
I think what I'm going to do is I am going to log out and come back, okay?
Okay.
Because I don't want that. It shouldn't be there. Okay, let me just end it by leaving. Leave. Okay. Assign. I have to assign.
Yeah, you
okay. Yeah.
because you're
So
host.
yeah. Okay.
This is gonna break me. Hey, Mike. And Jane. Hi, guys.
Okay. So do you want to give me?
Oh, should I make you host again?
Yes. Yes. Now I'm with the background, not just my name. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, wait. I gotta. If I make it through this meeting, it's going to be amazing.
What? It's the same meeting we were in before.
If I make it through the whole thing now.
Oh, you'll be fine. You'll be fine. Are you kidding?
Woo!
You're fine.
Okay, but you have to
what?
make. Oh, but didn't you have to make me host?
I'll make you host after. No, you're not going to be host because you're going to be screen sharing.
Oh yeah, when I share my screen, that's when I can do share computer sound.
Exactly. And then you're going to make it, remember, you're going to turn computer sound on.
Then I'm going to mute myself, and then you guys will see the meeting.
Yes. Yeah. It'll come naturally to you. It'll come naturally. So who am I now? I need to change my name so I know who I am. Okay.
Oh my God.
Jane, did you get some sleep?
No.
Yet. Oh gosh. So you're going to be
This is exciting.
You have no idea.
I don't think you'll be able to speak in the meeting because Heather can't let me share my screen from the meeting Zoom. So
why not?
It's blocked. All she can do is open the mic. That's all she can do.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
They've disabled screen sharing completely for the speakers too?
The speaker can share. Like the person, like Heather can do everything.
No, but you're going to speak. You're going to remember Heather is the co-host. You're going to be a speaker. As a speaker.
It's not a meeting, it's a webinar.
It's a webinar?
Yeah, that's how they have
Oh, it's not a meeting.
No, that's what all this problem is.
So what we did was waste of time. Wait a minute. So
No,
that
what
means,
we've done is what we have to do. Christine just can't speak in the meeting.
oh, okay.
I turned my microphone.
But that's okay because it's going to be streamed. So we'll be able to hear her later on, but not during the meeting.
Well,
No, I won't be speaking.
Zoom, you're not streaming the meeting. So
You are no, but you are no, you can't screen share from the meeting. You said no.
I can screen share the meeting, but Christine can't speak.
Okay, yeah, I get that.
From the
Okay.
Zoom room. She can only
But
speak in the meeting, but she could speak really loudly, and I could turn up my microphone on the laptop because I'm in the meeting
Right, exactly.
Then it would be-
on both
okay.
devices, but I'm not sure how
Right.
the audio would be.
Okay, but we'll be streaming this anyway. So if anybody wants to hear Christine, they'll be able to hear the meeting and Christine
Yes.
from the streaming
From
from
this room,
YouTube.
yeah.
Streaming.
Exactly.
We'll just mute Heather.
You'll just
And
have to tell me
Christine
if
can
you want
speak from
me to mute the meeting Zoom too, and then I can mute it, and then Christine, you can talk. But I'm
Okay, but you're gonna have to tell Heather, Jen, because she just informed me that she would be speaking in my place.
yes.
So they'll be speaking at the same time.
Speaking in her place there, but not here, right?
Yeah. Only here
And
if I turn on the
Jane-
volume.
Yes, and Jane is going to be in both places, and Jennifer is going to be in both places.
Oh
Right.
my God.
And Nellie, where are you gonna be?
Well, I was going to be in 3 places, but now I'm going to be only in 2 places.
So how did you get in?
Get in where?
It's a secret.
Uh-huh. Right.
If people don't make things password protected, it's not our fault.
But they did disable the screen sharing for everyone, actually. Nobody can screen share.
So Heather can't
So
screen.
that's pretty smart. I don't know. You said that she can't.
She can, she just can't let anybody else.
But the
So
real
she could-
question is.
So you could tell her what you did.
Why is this happening? I mean, this is unreal, honestly.
It's to protect people from, from coming in. And people who are not
Who didn't pay.
wanted.
Are we hacking the
Not
system?
wanted, yes.
No,
not at
but
all.
no,
We're
we're
just
not.
using our tools. I tell my students when they ask if they can Google something, I'm like, you can use any tools available to you in the classroom.
In the classroom or outside the classroom? You mean
This
outside?
is so exciting.
Well, if their Chromebook is in the
Yeah.
classroom, then, and that's the tool they're utilizing.
We are so smart.
Not
Well, I
smart
tell you
enough
one
because
thing, I'm never going to donate anything else to TESOL because they got my $350 last year.
that's a lot of money for an online event, isn't it?
Well, it's not that much this year, but that is how much I donated.
So how much is it this
I
year? I'm still,
donated it, Nellie, instead of using it for this convention, thinking it
oh, it
I
would
would be
work. So how
proud
much
of
does
it.
it cost this year?
100 and something, I don't remember.
I paid
guys should
75
remember
as a
it. Jen?
student. I paid
75?
75 as a student.
Because you're a grad student. Jane, did you?
I was sponsored by American Institute
Association.
in American Institute in Taiwan. I'm
Okay,
lucky.
so
Yeah.
I'm gonna.
I think it's a lot of money. I mean, isn't
We
it for
don't
an
have much
online
time,
event?
or else I would hop on the TESOL's registration site to check it, but it's, I think close to $200.
Well,
Okay.
you could pay and then we would solve, we could solve the problem if everybody paid.
Well, with all the work we're doing,
Don't get into that.
Right, exactly.
who should pay who?
If you want to know why not, ask Nellie.
Yeah, no, I still think this is over the top, definitely. I mean, for Call IS, and other open meetings, if they want new people, then this is not the way.
Yeah, this should be open to the public, because how are they going to get new members? Definitely.
That's my point.
Oh,
That was, I think
it's starting.
I think
Oh.
they made a mistake.
It
And then
says
they're not
join
aware of it.
via Zoom app.
What do you mean?
Should I do that?
What do you mean?
If we are
Through the browser.
joining via Zoom app, then I'm not with you guys, right?
You can be in
Let
both
me-
places if you use if you use the web browser and you use another, or you can use
I'll
your
use
phone.
my other.
Yeah, you
Which
can
one
use your
should I
phone.
use, Nellie, for our Zoom? Should I join the Zoom room? Should I join from the browser?
You're talking about the open meeting?
Yes, we're given a choice. We can either open via Zoom app or open.
Yeah, I know. I think you're better off. No, you have to, use the web browser, because you're,
Okay, so I can screen share on this device where we're Zooming.
it's better. It's safer that way, in case,
Okay.
because if you're doing the desktop with Zoom, it could.
Let me just share my screen so
interfere.
you guys can see what I'm doing.
Oh, great. Okay, so is it time? We've got, oh my gosh, I
Yes,
better,
it's time.
oh, wait, can you stop that for a second?
Why?
Oh, no, oh, no, I kept the YouTube on. You mean I was streaming all this time? I'll have
Well,
to
you're
edit.
gonna have to
Okay,
edit
no
it.
problem. I'll have to, yeah, okay, no problem. Sorry, so I covered myself. Very smart.
So
Okay.
can you guys see the meeting?
Yes. Well, yes,
Okay.
I love trying things out. It just makes it so exciting, right,
Oh,
Jane?
really? We hadn't
Yeah.
noticed, Nellie.
Oh, wait, let me mute myself. So I'm muted and I might
Is
have to turn off my sound. So I won't be able to hear you
Okay, so
guys, 'cause I'm in-
let's unmute ourselves so we don't get, so to make the sound better. Ah, wait a minute, but Jennifer, can you make sure that you turn the sound on your computer? Is it on
It
when you?
is. Oh, can you hear Heather?
No,
Let me do it again.
make sure that the computer sound is on. We
It
tried it
does
before,
say
it
share
worked.
computer sound.
It
Let me
says
try to do
that?
it directly from them. Yeah. Can you hear her?
No.
They blocked it. Can you believe that?
Oh my gosh, why would, wow, they've got good people on their side there. Wow. So all we can do, but wait a minute, but we tried it before and it worked. We tried it in another session, Jennifer, and it worked.
Yeah, it did. I mean, I can try.
So maybe not the web browser, maybe maybe you're on the same computer, try another computer.
Well, I'm
That
trying
is-
to get in on the other computer, but it's not.
That's weird. Do it the same way you did it before, it should work.
Okay, let me.
Please make sure if you would like.
Okay, now we hear.
Comments in the
But
chat
that's-
that you have
that's just-
panelists and attendees.
Okay, we hear. So let's unmute, let's just mute our mics. No, we don't hear it. Oh, unmute your mic, Jennifer. Can you unmute your mic?
Or Jennifer, can you enable share computer sound?
She
They've
did.
blocked it. They've blocked it. I can't. I haven't.
We can hear her.
That's through my speaker on my second device.
That's the idea.
Okay, all right.
We'll be adding one more poll before.
Just raise the volume a bit.
Excellent. I see friends joining us from Ecuador, from Israel. Welcome, welcome, welcome. All right, and if you don't get a chance to do the poll now, that is okay. It will be available for you on the Electronic Village website, and we'll tell you more about that in today's meeting. Let's go ahead and get started. All right, hopefully my fellow moderators can let me know if you are seeing that presentation okay. Welcome Aizan from Vietnam. Welcome Jesus from Venezuela. Excellent. All right. Let me get my 8 million windows squared away here. Super. All right, excellent. We have about almost 50 people joining us already, and hopefully more will continue to join throughout the hour. Welcome Wendy from Bolivia. Welcome Christine in Lebanon. Happy to see you. Excellent. All right. If you would like access to the agenda as we go through the meeting today, you can enter this URL shown in the pink box, and that will pull up the agenda. Or if you have your mobile device, a tablet or a phone, and you'd like to use your camera, you can hold that up to the QR code, the black and white code there in the center of the screen, and that will take you directly to the agenda. So again, we'll stay here on this slide for just a moment as we continue to welcome our participants today. As well. Again, everyone, if you would like your chat comments to be seen by everyone today, please ensure that in the blue drop-down menu above the chat entry spot that you have selected panelists and attendees. All right, we'll give it just a few more seconds here on the agenda slide, and the moderators will continue to share this link for anyone who might need it.
Jennifer, I think I understand why. If you join audio,
LIS enthusiasts and veterans in the list. As we're getting started today, I think you will have the raise hand feature. I'm not sure if you can see the participant list, but if you can, raise your hand if this is your first TESOL convention. Excellent. I see several hands going up. Section with you. I'd also like to give a shout out to my Call Interest Section veterans. If you are a long timer in this interest section, please raise your hand. Love it. So glad to see you all here. Thank you so much. Okay. Several hands going up, and I'm getting word that you all are not seeing the participant list, but this is excellent insight for me as a presenter in terms of who is joining us today. So thank you for sharing that information. All right. So first off, for all of you who may be new to TESOL or attending your first convention, we are one of the many, many interest sections in TESOL International Association, and we are focused on computer-assisted language learning. So you will hear us referred to as CALL-IS is our abbreviation and how we refer to ourselves. The interest sections within TESOL are personal learning networks. We consider ourselves to be a personal learning and action network. We take on a lot of outreach work throughout the year, and we will share the projects that we've been working on with you here today. But we also take on two major tasks each year: the Electronic Village Online, which we will be reporting on, as well as the Electronic Village, which we hope many of you have experienced during this convention. And if you haven't yet, you'll know how to get there at the end of this meeting. So we are focused on standards in the field of computer-mediated language instruction, research in this area as well, and sharing information about computer-assisted language learning in both ESL and EFL contexts around the world. And this is something that has become at the forefront this year, as many of us have switched to virtual or hybrid learning. So we hope we have offered throughout the year some resources that have helped you, and again, that you'll learn today about some of the wide array of things that are available to you as an educator or researcher in this field. Okay, I would like to introduce our outstanding leadership team. First off, I want to say a huge thank you to our past co-chairs, Maria Tomejo Palomino and Jennifer Francois. They have been an amazing duo that have been leading this intersection for the last 3 years, and on the steering committee before that, and outstanding contributors. So I will miss working with them, and I know the IS will be missing them in the years to come as well as leaders. So thank you, Jennifer and Maria, for all that you've done for the intersection. Words are not enough to express how much time, blood, sweat, and tears you've put in, so thank you. I am Heather Benucci, the current chair of the intersection until the end of the day. And then I will be turning over the reins to my very capable colleague, Marta Haliachevich. Every time I look at it, I never say it right. When I'm not looking at it, I usually can get there. Sorry, Marta. She will say her name correctly shortly when she's on screen. And we are super excited to also announce that Jane Chen will be joining our team of leaders as the chair-elect, and she will be taking her position at the end of today, at the end of the convention as well. Marta has done an outstanding job this year of managing the academic sessions, the intersection sessions, which we will talk about soon. And Jane has been a longtime contributor through the Electronic Village Online and has done so much to support this year's Electronic Village. So thank you both for your contributions. In addition to the chairs team that I just named, the Call IS leadership team comprises 9 members at large that help direct the efforts of the intersection. We have our 2 newsletter editors who manage the On-Call professional newsletter. I'll mention that in a bit as well. And we have our Electronic Village Online liaison. So this is the core leadership team. I'm also excited to announce that we are going to be bringing some new members at large on today. And we are also saying goodbye to some contributors who have done great work over the last 3 years of their term on the leadership team. I'd like to say thank you to Georgios Corpas, Tyra Nieves, as well as Jana Paraiso, who have been our steering committee members whose terms are ending. Thank you all 3 for your outstanding contributions to this team and the work of the intersection during your term. At this point, I'm going to turn things over to my colleague, Jennifer Francois, who will be updating you on the information related to the election that we just recently had. Jennifer? Jennifer?
You have to stop your video in this meeting.
I'll give her one more second. If not, I can go ahead and move through this process.
Go click allow for the camera and the video, and then turn your video off in this meeting. It can only be in one meeting at a time.
Okay, it looks like I'll be covering the election results. All right, so we are welcoming 2 additional steering committee members at large. Congratulations to Nellie Deutsch and also to Michael Winans, who will be joining our team today. And we had 2 additional candidates in our recent online steering committee election, and we had a tie. And so the good news is both of these candidates will be joining our team because Jane Chen, the incoming chair-elect, is going to be vacating a 2-year, vacating her steering committee position with 2 years remaining on her term. So we will have both of our remaining candidates, one filling a 3-year term and one filling a 2-year term. So let's discuss what we're going to do with the runoff here. Okay, so as I mentioned, 3 members are rotating off that we have thanked. We have 3
positions to fill, as well as the remainder of our incoming chair-elect's position. Again, congratulations to Nellie and Michael. We are glad to have you on board for the team. And our other two candidates are going to be participating in that runoff to have the 2 terms filled. We approved the process here to have that 2-year remaining term filled through an official vote of the steering committee last week. Okay, so here are our 2 outstanding candidates, both of which, again, will be joining the steering committee, but we need your help, audience, in helping us determine who will be filling the 3-year position and who will be filling the 2-year position. So our first candidate is Dr. Minsun Kim, and she is a lecturer at Purdue University in the Language and Cultural Exchange program. She's been teaching university students from multilingual backgrounds for over 10 years, and she has been presenting with the Electronic Village at TESOL since 2017 on a variety of topics that you can see there on the screen. During 2019, she also did volunteer to staff the Electronic Village in Atlanta, which we appreciate. And she published 2 articles in our newsletter On Call about reference management tools and Flipgrid in the last couple of years. She is eager to serve on the Call IS Steering Committee by working collaboratively on community events and supporting our community. And our other outstanding candidate is Olenka Vicencio. My Italian sometimes gets in there. Olenka is a highly experienced EFL and bilingual education educator and teacher trainer from Peru. She holds degrees in education and computer sciences and a master's in educational management, as well as a diploma in ICT education and additional international certifications. She shares her expertise via international and national ELT conferences, and she currently works at San Ignacio de Loyola University and has an academic and also as an academic and IT freelance consultant. Olenka is a coordinator of IATEFL's Peru Learning Technologies SIG, as well as a Peru TESOL representative. Her interests include ICT, mobile learning, AI, augmented reality, teacher training, and ELT research. So what we will be doing next, please, is sending you to a voting form. This is a Google form. You can see the URL here. So you can either open this up in another browser tab, or you can use your mobile device to scan the QR code, the quick response code over on the left-hand side of the screen. Just hold your camera up, it will focus, and it will take you to that website. You just need to select one of the candidates as the one to fill the 3-year vacant term, please. And again, the other candidate will be joining us. So we, as the IS, are winning all around. Please submit your votes. I'm going to set a timer for 5 minutes. So you have the next 5 minutes to complete that vote. Moderators, if you can also please put the link in the chat, that would be excellent. Or you can type the URL in or scan that QR code. Okay, we're going to keep moving forward with the meeting in interest of time. We'll see if we can get that chat. Thank you very much, Jane, for posting that, and for the moderator for posting that as well. Please do submit your vote in the next 5 minutes. The poll will close in 5 minutes, and we will share the results of that later in the meeting. All right, so moving on. Okay, in terms of our updates from TESOL 2021, the Electronic Village, what is it, where is it, and what can I do there? Usually, if we are having an in-person convention, this is an in-person event held in the Expo Hall. It is entirely designed and staffed by the call experts in the interest section, all of whom are volunteering their time and expertise, a lot of which goes into building this electronic village. This year, due to the virtual nature of the convention, we translated our EV into a virtual event. And this has all been based on the website that you can see there and that I'm sure will be shared in the chat by our capable moderators, and can also be reached inside of the TESOL convention platform on the left-hand menu. You will see a link with a little plug icon. that will take you to the electronic village. In the electronic village, we are running many types of things. This will continue throughout today, and a majority of the content will continue to be available here on this website after the convention. We are running a mix of live events, a mix of asynchronous or on-demand or in your own time events as well. And we are offering hands-on learning events. So we have tried to make this interactive and not just a passive experience in terms of your learning. So this is what the website looks like, the landing page, and you can navigate to all of the different aspects here. And I will walk you through many of the features that we have shared with you all this year. I will say it has been great. We've had roughly 2,000 users so far, according to the page analytics, and we have got great global representation. So those of you joining us around the world, we are so glad to have you a part of our electronic village. Okay, so our philosophy this year with the online version of our electronic village has been to offer you hands-on experiences, educational experiences, resources that will allow you to apply what you see and experience in the electronic village in your classrooms, if you are a classroom teacher, or in addition, options for reflecting on how you might translate the tools that you see to meet your own needs. I would say that one of the things that we want to ensure that our audience knows is that the computer-assisted language learning isn't about technology as a panacea or a cure-all. We really want to help people define a practical and thoughtful use for technology to meet either a pedagogical or teaching need, an administrative need, but making sure that we're using technology for a purpose and an outcome and not just technology for technology's sake. So we really tried to shape the electronic village in that using that idea about making technology work for you and not just we need to use technology because it's new, shiny, cool, or we all were thrust into virtual teaching this year. So here on this site, you can see on the hands-on learning page within the electronic village, we try to set up an experiential aspect. So for example, at the top under Twitter for professional development, we explain how you can join us, and you still can today, to participate in live chats through Twitter throughout each convention day. And we explain how that will happen. And then at the bottom, as you can see under the virtual world section, we didn't just offer cool live sessions and virtual world tours about tools such as OpenSim and Minecraft. We provided a selection of alternative platforms that are similar, but that maybe will fit better for your teaching context. And then below, we put together a selection of resources for practical applications of these types of tools. So we are not prescribing any one tool or solution for you. We're trying to give you a range of tools to choose from to see what will meet your needs in the classroom or as for educational administration. Okay. And with that framework in mind, this year for our technology fairs, which are in person, tend to be short 20-minute sessions focused on practice-oriented applications of technology. Our technology fairs this year, we hosted within Flipgrid to give people a chance to explore how they might use Flipgrid in the classroom. So we're using our hosting system as a teaching and learning opportunity for you to explore Flipgrid as well as similar tools and to think about how you might be able to apply them for supporting your learners. So here we have the tech fairs focused on learning management systems, synchronous tools, and asynchronous tools for learning, as well as tech fairs, the classics, which has got an amazing 36 video collection that you can watch of different time-tested tools for teaching and learning, thanks to Christine Sabier and Maria Palermo Tomejo Palomino, for preparing the classic sessions. So those are all there. And we also have a section of asynchronous electronic village online presentations. So a very big repository within Flipgrid of short, all of these are 10-minute or less practical videos for you to think about using technology in your classroom. So we hope you will continue to explore these today and that you will take advantage of them after the convention as well. And just as a reminder, we are closing the ballot here shortly in just a moment. So please, if you have not voted, if the moderators could please post that URL to vote one more time, that would be great. We will close the voting poll here in about 2 minutes. So thank you for that. And again, thank you to our Tech Fairs coordinator, Marta, as well as Maria and Christine for the work that they had done, as well as Christine Bauer-Ramazani. We have 2 amazing Christines on our team. The 4 of you have put together an amazing program, and we hope you will take advantage of all of the content here for you. We have also offered several live events this electronic village. We showed one of the Poll Everywhere options at the beginning of the session today here at the meeting. We've run 3 live polls every day, and you can see they've taken a variety of formats of open-ended questions, word cloud responses, clickable images. Not only have we, the Call IS, gotten a lot of interesting feedback from convention participants on how we might improve our offerings, we hope that those of you who have participated in these polls, and you can still participate today, are getting some ideas of how you might like to use live polling in the classroom. Again, on that hands-on learning page, there are options for you to explore alternatives to Poll Everywhere, as well as Poll Everywhere, for using clicker lists, so you don't need to buy any equipment, polling systems within your classes. Excellent. And I see some of you in the chat saying that you have participated in the polls. That's amazing. Thank you. And I just saw a nice comment from Belinda about the Jamboards. So we did a series of Jamboard daily events. We have one going on today. The first day we did open-ended prompts with a prompt in the center of the board, and then people were encouraged to share their responses via sticky notes, and they could also add images if they wanted, or use any of the drawing tools. Yesterday we did some fun 4 corners activities, and today we're doing thumbs up, thumbs down, or agree, disagree, and an exit ticket as well. So these are all open to all participants. These are freely accessible. As I did not mention earlier, all of the electronic village content is. You can sign into that without logging into any other system. So this content is all open and accessible. So please do hop in, play with Flipgrid if you've never used it. It's a really fun interactive whiteboard tool. And we hope that by participating in these activities, you will be inspired to some different uses that you can apply in class. Because again, when you start out on Jamboard, that you have just a blank page. So we wanted to give you a canvas with a couple of ideas for classroom activities. And again, on the hands-on learning tab, there are many, many resources that you can peruse on your own time. We plan to leave the EV site up. I see that question in the chat. Thank you for that. Lydia, we plan to leave the site up for the future, potentially until the next convention. We haven't set a closing date yet. So please do continue to enjoy these resources on your own time. I know the convention can be quite intense when you're in that 3-day crunch period to take in as much as you can. So please, in your own time, do take the time to examine the content. All right. Okay, so those were some of the asynchronous options we have for engaging with the electronic village content. Last but certainly not least, I do want to give a shout out to our synchronous presentations that we have had so far during the convention. We've had a panel on virtual worlds, as well as 2 demonstrations of world tours, basically, within Minecraft and OpenSim. We have had a series of Electronic Village Online Best of 2021 sessions by the outstanding panel of coordinators within the Electronic Village. We've had some Q&A sessions for those Flipgrid tech fairs, and all of this content of the live sessions are already going up on the Call IS YouTube channel. You can see the link there. The link is also at the end of the agenda for your reference, and we will show that at the end of the presentation here as well. So please, if you missed any of our live sessions, know that they are available to you on the Call IS YouTube channel, and that we will continue to add sessions from today there as well. And you can also visit our webinar playlist there and our content from previous TESOL conventions. So if you're interested in updates, be sure to follow the channel or subscribe to the channel, and you'll get notified when we add new content. So thank you. Okay. Unfortunately, due to some of the configurations today, the amazing Christine Bauer-Ramazani cannot be here to speak on behalf of the Electronic Village Online. So I'll be sharing this information on her behalf today. Thank you, Christine, to you and your team for the work that you put into this year after year. So those of you who are new to TESOL or new to the Call IS, the Computer Assisted Language Learning intersection, the EVO or Electronic Village Online takes place every year for 5. They are a series of free 5-week asynchronous online courses. So you can kind of think of them as the original MOOCs, and they are all designed and staffed by volunteer call experts. So in 2021, this year, there were 19 EVO sessions, which are these asynchronous learning experiences, and the topics were quite diverse. We had everything from grammar to TESOL to teaching young learners, to using Minecraft in the ELT, options for classroom-based research. I saw some interesting things on SoFlo or synchronous flipped learning online, which is pretty cool. There were nearly 2,700 participants in this year's session, and 71 countries were represented in the participants. So I do want to say a huge thank you again to our steering committee liaison, Christine Bauer-Ramazani, as well as the lead coordination team and all of the coordinators, past and present. I can't put into words. This is the 20th anniversary of this program, and the free education and professional development that have taken place through the Electronic Village online all of these past 20 years is simply outstanding. It's had such an impact around the world. So we hope that you will consider participating in the Electronic Village Online 2022. Perhaps you're interested in working with some colleagues to present a session. You can find more information on the Electronic Village Online website, and that is available at the bottom of our agenda today. I'm sure that can also be shared within the chat as well. But please do look for these opportunities. These sessions take place in January and February each year, again, for 5 weeks. And like the Electronic Village, the EVO Electronic Village Online, all free. We hope that you will join us in the coming years. And again, I want to give a shout out to the 20th anniversary of this program. Amazing, founded in 2001. So here in 2021, we're looking at 20 years. And in honor of that, the EVO team will be hosting a 20th anniversary webinar. This free professional development event will take place on Wednesday, May 26th at the time that you can see there. And there are links and information to register within the agenda. So again, congratulations to all of the Electronic Village Online coordinators, moderators, participants. We are looking forward to continuing to celebrate the anniversary this year and to this webinar that will take place on May 26th. So thank you. And I'm seeing a question in the chat about how to apply for future events. You will see a call for participation that goes out through the My TESOL communities. within the TESOL website. So be on the lookout. We also tend to advertise this through social media as well. So if you're not following the Call IS social media channels, we'll give you that information on how you can stay posted. But please do be on the lookout for the announcement, both for the call for proposals to coordinate sessions, which will come out later this year, and also for the call to participate for the sessions that will take place in January and February. Thank you. We will continue to supply information there. Excellent. Okay. Next up, I'm going to attempt to turn it over again to my colleague Marta, who will give you an update on the academic panel and intersections. Marta, are you able to turn on your camera? All right.
Let me see. Am I visible? Can you guys hear me? All right. So for our sessions this year, we had 4 panels. The first one, as you can see, was the academic session, in which we had 3 amazing panelists. Andy, Curtis, and Dave Dolan talked about VR, while we had Tian Mai talk about augmented reality. It was a fun session, and let me check, because these stats change all the time. So far, we've had 166 attendees for this session. Our second session was an intersection with between Call IS, computer assisted language learning, and students with disabilities. And that panel, on that panel, we had 5 presentations between 8 presenters. And the panelists talked about universal design. And as of today, that session has had 249 attendees. And then another intersection we had was this morning. It was an intersection between English as a foreign language interest section and Call IS. It was on effective speaking instruction online. And our panelists were are present here. We had Olenka, Jane Chen, who are here, but also Belinda, I know that you are here as well, and Fuad Abdul. It was a super fun session, which was moderated by the EFL chair, Araceli Salas, and myself. And let me check on that session. As of now, we've had 245 presenters. And finally, we had an intersection with speakers with speakers of second language writing intersection on practical approaches to leveraging technology in second language writing instruction. And on that panel, our own Jennifer Francois was one of the panelists. And let me see, that session is available as on demand. And as of today, it has had 704 attendees. These keep changing, these attendees numbers keep changing as people keep watching them. And I think that is it for our intersection and academic panels.
Excellent. Thank you so much, Marta. Outstanding work there.
Can I just interject? I'm sorry. I don't want to take all the credit because these panels are actually all set up for last year's convention. So I would like to give a shout out to Heather and Abe Rashad, who actually did the legwork for recruiting all the presenters and getting the panels set up. I just had to see it to fruition. So shout out to you, Heather, and Abe, wherever you are.
Thanks so much, Marta. I appreciate that. And I know Abe would appreciate it as well. All right, moving on. Okay, so beyond this year's convention, I do want to share a little bit of information with you all about our work throughout the year. We have had some exciting opportunities this year for partnerships with our webinars. With last year, our webinars were managed and continue to be managed by one of our steering committee members, Mary Allegra, who does wonderful work. This year, I'll cover the bottom section first with OER. She worked with a team from multiple intersections, including the EFL-IS, the English as a Foreign Language IS, and the Materials Development IS, a group that had formed sort of an independent action group on open educational resources. And with these colleagues, so far this year, we have conducted co-hosting 3 webinars. First up, we had OER 101 about finding and using finding free resources in your classroom. We also had the OER movement for social justice and inside of English language teaching with Ebba Osinian-Nilsson. And that was followed up by a session that was more workshop oriented by our own Nellie Deutsch on Wiki Educator and how to create OER projects. So within this year of increased focus on virtual education, we know teachers around the world had increased demand for quality, accessible digital content. The reason we joined in this partnership was to help spread the word about open educational resources, which are those resources that can be used freely without worry of copyright. They still might need to have attribution, but there is no licensing necessarily, no copyright associated with these materials or fee. They're all free to use under varying licensing options. So we really just wanted to use this tool to spread the word about what OER are, as well as provide some options for employing them and finding them. So these webinars are available on the Call IS YouTube channel. We hope you will check them out if you have not, and there is a likelihood that we will continue this series for some additional sessions this year. And also the 2 sessions that you can see on the top, the Tech Tips webinars, one with Martha Ramirez, who is extremely active in the Electronic Village Online, the EVO or EVO team. She provided a session on flipped instruction in the virtual English classroom. And Justin Schul, who is currently a member of the TESOL board, but a longtime Call IS member and supporter, provided a session on classroom management for live online instruction. These 2 webinars were conducted in sort of a first ever partnership with the United States Department of State Office of English Language Programs, their American English Webinar Series program. So these 2 presenters worked with the State Department team to present through their webinar platform through Facebook Live as sort of an add-on to their standing EFL-focused professional development webinar program called American English Live. So the benefit to Call IS, apart from sharing the expertise of these outstanding members, was that we were able to access the State Department's global reach. So with these 2 sessions, just within 24 hours, they broadcast on the same day in December. We had 26,612 for the Facebook reach just in that first day, and there were over 8,000, a combined total of over 10,000 unique viewers for these sessions just within the first 24 hours. So we had participants in these 2 sessions from over 90 countries around the world. So the reach for these sessions by partnering with the kind team over at the United States State Department offered us a great global platform to share the expertise of our Call IS members, especially on these subjects that were very much in need this year. So if you have not checked these webinars out, I encourage you to visit the Call IS YouTube channel. They are available on demand there for you in the webinar playlist, second from the top of the page. And thank you to all of our presenters who helped out in this webinar series this year. And again, to Mary Allegra for her hard work on the coordination of the OER series. Okay, moving on to the on-call newsletter. Our editors, Larry Udry and Suzanne Bardaz, are hard at work always on producing the next edition. We encourage you, as a way to get involved, to share some of your knowledge and experiences or research in the on-call newsletter. You will find a link to the submission guidelines in the agenda. You will also find that on the TESOL website if you search for on-call. Also in the agenda is the link to the newsletter. I will share that as well here momentarily. Maybe not, sorry, I can't talk and click at the same time. One of the moderators, if you could kindly share the link to the on-call newsletter from the bottom of the agenda in the chat, that would be excellent. But I want to thank both Suzanne and Larry for their work. Again, it goes on year-round, editing, soliciting articles, and bringing this publication all together. It is a very, I would say, professional effort and a great way to get out the word about call news going on around the world, and a good chance for you all for professional development if you're looking to share things that you've been learning or researching. So I encourage you to check that out. All right. New business, moving on. We do have the results of the election from earlier in the meeting. I am happy to welcome both of the candidates to the steering committee. It will be Olenka joining us for the 3-year term, and Misun will be joining us for the 2-year term. So we look forward to working with both of you, and thank you all of you who participated in the vote earlier. All right, additionally, we have a few things to share with you about the upcoming year, about our goals and plans. We have learned so much, even during the convention this year, about conducting a virtual electronic village. So after we have a little bit of time to decompress from the convention experience and reflect on what we've learned, we will be getting together as a team and really breaking down the lessons learned from this experience, what went well, what we want to keep, what we want to change, and also looking forward to next year, 2022, which is going to likely be a hybrid convention in Pittsburgh. Again, things may change depending on the global health situation at the time, but there is a possibility we will be doing part virtual, part in person in Pittsburgh in 2022. So the leadership team, the EV planning team, and new volunteers, which I will mention in a moment, will be working together to put on yet another electronic village event next year. We are also looking at options for offering more hands-on e-learning events during the year beyond webinars. The webinars are interactive events if you attend the live sessions, but our experience so far within EV 2021 with doing things such as the hands-on learning through Poll Everywhere, through Jamboard, and some of the other Flipgrid type events that we've been doing, we would like to offer some more workshop collaborative type e-learning events this year. So the leadership team will be exploring that, and we will love suggestions from you all as well on what you would like to see. And I should say that we are taking all of the inputs that have been coming through, things such as polls through the Jamboard, other feedback through Twitter, about the needs in the greater TESOL community around the world, what you all would like to learn more about, and what we can bring to serve you all as the community to improve English language teaching, the experience for our learners, and the professional experience for teachers. So please do feel free to share what you would like the Call IS, the Computer Assisted Language Learning Interest section, to focus on in terms of online and hands-on e-learning events in the coming year. Also behind the scenes, our team will be exploring some ways to improve our electronic village proposal system, and also some of our other content systems, such as the callis.org hosting system. So the probably least exciting topic of the three, but we are going to be looking at streamlining some things behind the scenes and working as a team to make sure that those submitting proposals, our potential presenters, have the best possible experience. And then we, the event hosts on the back end, can efficiently manage data. So those are just some of the things coming up. In the coming year, the list will continue to grow. Okay, so a lot of you hopefully have a clearer picture of what the CALL-IS is and the type of work that we do and the amount of teamwork and behind the scenes effort that goes into producing events, sharing knowledge, and providing learning opportunities for TESOL educators. We really do want you to get involved, and we are looking for ways to bring you into the CALL-IS as active members. So becoming a member of CALL-IS is quite simple. Within the TESOL website, and I didn't pull any screen grabs from this, but if you have any questions, please feel free to ask. Within the TESOL website, you will join the CALL-IS community under the Get Involved tab on their website. You'll see a communities section. You will go to interest sections, and there's an option to join the communities. Once you are a member of that community online, you are a CALL-IS member, but we hope you'll take it even further and become an active member. A good place to start is to explore the MyTESOL community and our many other media channels, all of which are listed at the bottom of the agenda. We have Twitter, YouTube, Facebook, the Electronic Village online website. We have our newsletter. We have got the current TESOL 2021 Electronic Village website, many places where you can, on your own time, look through and see the types of work we do and figure out where you fit in, either what you want to learn about, what skills you'd like to improve by becoming an active member and volunteer, or what expertise you might already have that you can fit with existing programming, or maybe you have ideas for new programming. We welcome all of that. So if you are interested in volunteering, we have a Google form online that lists several existing opportunities for volunteering and gives you the chance to express your interest in becoming a CALL-IS volunteer. You can get to that volunteer form by scanning the QR code that you can see at the bottom of the screen. That will take you directly to the Google form. There is also a link to the Google form in the agenda. We will leave this slide here up for just a moment, so you have the opportunity to scan that quick reaction or QR code at the bottom center of your screen with your mobile device's camera. And one more thing before we go on the getting involved front. While the learning technologies strand within TESOL, one of the categories for the adjudicated programs, or excuse me, the adjudicated proposals for each convention is separate from the CALL-IS. We find that many CALL-IS members are contributors to the learning technologies strand each year, serving as proposal readers. You will see a call for readers come out at some point here as we prepare for TESOL 2022. And we encourage you, if you are volunteering to be a proposal reader and you are a CALL-IS member with related expertise, to please consider identifying yourself for the learning technologies strand so you can read those types of proposals and ensure the quality of the ed tech presentations that take place at TESOL each year. Again, please do scan this QR code if you would like to volunteer, and we hope to see your name on the list. Okay, we have approximately 5 minutes left before we'll be closing up at this point. I will leave the floor open. Marta and Jen, you're welcome to turn your cameras on too if you would like. We will open the floor to questions, comments, feedback, and we will, this meeting is being recorded. I see that question. I did see that question earlier. The meeting is being recorded, and we will get a link to that meeting. And once we have that available, we will be putting that up on YouTube, so you will be able to see that. And I can also share these slides through the EV website for those who are interested and would like direct access to the links and QR codes and such. It has really been an honor to serve as chair of this team of professionals and experts and learners, because we are all always learning with educational technology. I think we can all admit that we will never, ever know it all, and things change at warp speed. So all of us are definitely learners as well as call enthusiasts. So we do hope that you will join us if you are not currently a member of the Call IS, and that those of you who continue to support and volunteer with us, thank you, thank you, thank you for all that you do. We couldn't do it if we were not working as a team, so thanks. And I'm seeing some great feedback in the chat, so thank you all. Again, we'll keep the room open here for about 1 to 2 minutes in case anyone has any questions. We are happy to help. I will also put up, again, though this will be shared, the information for some ways that you can stay in contact with us, learn more about our work, and access the resources that we provide both during conventions and throughout the year. Okay, and I'm going to go ahead and take this down, and I'm going to throw our live poll up again in case anybody still wants to explore there. All right, let's see, is the poll up? Excellent. All right. You do have time today. We'll be sharing another poll as soon as I hop off this meeting here. I'll add the last poll of sort of reflecting on your convention. Please do hop in on Jamboard and play if you haven't yet. It is really, really fun, and I hope you'll get some ideas for using it with your students. And we have got still a slate of a few live events happening this afternoon, so check out the schedule on the Electronic Village online website. And you can continue to take advantage of all of the content and short practical videos housed on Flipgrid now and after the convention. Get in, play, tinker, learn. Thank you for joining us. And if I don't see any other questions in about the next 30 to 60 seconds, we'll sign off and wish you all a excellent remainder of your convention. And I will be handing over the reins to Marta. Oh, I see some Q&A questions. Let's see if I can find those. Marta or Jen, if you can see those.
Yeah, I've been trying to answer the questions. I'm just pasting links so people can access easily.
Oh, yes, and I see a note from Joe McVeigh here earlier in the chat. The TESOL annual business meeting is coming up here in just a couple of minutes. So if you'd like to learn more about the macro level of TESOL International Association, please join that meeting.
So we're going to end this meeting.
Or Marta, if you have that handy, or Jen, just so if anybody needs access to any of the links that were shared during the meeting or to any of the content, then you are welcome to explore that.
Okay, so thank you, everyone. We're ending this meeting so we can start the next one.